Hi guys, welcome to our channel. In our last video, we did see what is report and dashboard. In this video, we'll be looking on how to create a report using a report builder and how to use filters on the report so that you can create a customized report that might meet your business requirement. So I'm still on the reports and dashboards for Lightning experience module in which we have completed the first one. I'm just gonna go for the second one, which is create reports with report builder. So in this, the main objective of this is to learn how to drag and drop a report builder and how to use the filter, cross filter and filter logic, and also how to create a tabulated report or tabular report. So they state that choosing the report type is a major important thing because that decides on which object should be displayed along with the fields. So here the report type refers to the object on which you are building a report. So as we said in the first video, an object is an entity of Salesforce. You can also create custom objects that will help uh, your business requirements. So choosing a object that is required for your report type is the most important thing here. Here you also might come across related objects, which is each object relationship specifies primary object and one or more related objects. So whenever you create a report, there is an object called primary object and also a object called related objects. So it's not one, there can be multiple related objects. So in our case, for one single opportunity, there might be multiple, there might be an account associated to it and also a product associated to it. So our primary object is opportunity, whereas our related objects are accounts and products. So you can also use these fields in the report to make sure to create a report that might be required for you guys. So in this, they define two different types. One is primary object with related object and primary object with or without related objects. So yeah, as the name states, with related object means only if it has a related object, those rows will be returned. So if you see the first Venn diagram that is displayed here, it is an intersection of A and B, which A is a primary object and B is a related object. Only the rows that are common to both A and B are returned as shown in the below figure. Also, for with or without, it means that the primary object is our main focus. So all the rows in our primary object will be returned, whereas if the primary object contains a related object, those related objects will also be returned. So if you see the diagram figure that is provided here, A has multiple rows and B rows are returned only which are associated with the A rows and not the entire data. So next we are going into the filters. So there are multiple filters in Salesforce. So they have defined the filter type and what are the usages or the description for that. So the standard filter is by default applied whenever you create a new report in your reports tab by clicking on the new report. So those basically includes the accounts or the data that is assigned to you since you are the one who's creating the report, which can be modified later. Next is the field filter. So field filter helps you to create uh, or refine the filter based on the requirement of the report. In case if you just need a report based on a particular account, then you're just gonna give the account name should be XYZ, and that is how you use the field filter. Next is the filter logic, which is kind of a boolean, and it can be a custom logic like 1 and 2. So if 1 and 2 are true, then it is true, then else it is false. So that is the filter logic. Then the cross filter. So cross filter is when you apply a filter uh, which is not on the primary object. So in our case, when an account has multiple opportunities or when an account is associated with an opportunity, you can create a custom or you can create a cross filter in which you say accounts has opportunities or accounts with opportunities. So we'll be looking at an example for cross filter in the below as we go through, and the row limit. So row limit is the number of rows that will be displayed on your reports. So here is a small task that you can try and execute it if you want, but I'm just going to go through what they are stating and what they're trying to get the end results. So they define two an organization in which Maria is trying to build a report with the following filters. Okay, so she clicks on the new report and starts the report, and on the filters, so she chooses my accounts as her main object, and then she adds the filters as given uh, in the steps. If you guys want to try it out, you can just use the playground that will be given below to try out this exercise that is being provided by the Salesforce. We'll also be completing a task that is provided to earn the points, so you'll also understand what is the report. So this is she just creates a filter for the requirement that is provided, and the account where the type is customer direct, and then she runs it and she gets the report. So using cross object filter, so I just told you what is a cross object filter. So here we are just gonna do a cross object filter where accounts with opportunities is the cross filter that is gonna be applied here. So when you go to a report, when you start a report, you have filters. So in the filter type, you can add a cross filter and it will be displayed as a separate object. In the cross filter, show me accounts with what is the operation, with or without. So with opportunities. So this will actually uh, have the subfilters. Okay, so if so opportunities is also a separate object. So it will also have the other fields or the columns, which are the fields in the object. You can also use those fields to select the values that you need to be displayed, and you just click on save and um, you get to apply the cross filter on the given object. So now let's go to the hands-on challenge that is provided by Salesforce. So initially I just opened it, so now I'll just relaunch the playground. So I'm just launching the playground, so I'm just gonna go for the playground. So this is gonna be your view. If it is not, just click on this and go to services and you will find this view. Once you go to this view, we are going to go to reports and click on new report. If you see, try to set up this module, you need to create a new trailhead playground. Click on launch to get started. So we did launch and we get started it. So now for your challenge, Ursa Major Solar updated their website last year. CEO Sita Nagapan wants to know mm, wants to know how many leads are coming in from the web. Create a report for Sita that shows all web leads. Okay, so we are gonna create a report on leads. Okay, so click on this and click on start report. As you see, you have by these are called default filters where show me is on my lead and the created date is this. So this is the outline. So here you can add a cross filter as we saw in the previous example that they gave us. So next, standard filter date. Created date should be all time. So here is created date. This is in custom, so we are gonna change it all time and we are just gonna save. Next, fields, lead owner, lead source, rating. So in the outline, they said that they don't want everything. So uh, lead owner, lead source, and ratings. So lead owner, so that's drag and drop, lead source and rating. Okay, so these are the three fields that they have asked. So we have added those three fields, and the field filter will be lead source should be web. In the filter you go and lead source value equals to web, apply. So now I'm just gonna run it. So this is the rating and the lead source and the lead owner. Now again I'll give on edit because we haven't saved the report yet. So clicking on run here only runs the report but doesn't save the report. So they also asked us to rename the filter to web leads. So we just click on this and web leads. Make sure you rename it properly so that they can evaluate. Now you click on save and run, it will ask for the report name again. So since we edited on the top, it shows as web leads. It else it will show as the old name, and you can also edit the report name here, and it automatically creates a unique name which you need not uh, change it, because every report needs a unique name that has to be saved, which is like a primary key, and that will be done. And they didn't refer on which folder we should be saving. So now it is in private folder, but you can create your own folders and save it so that you can share it with the other members of the organization so that they can take a look without you presenting the report each and every time. But if you're creating a report for your own usage, you can have it in the private reports so that others, this report will not be visible to others, and you can just refer it to whenever you want. So now I'm just gonna click save, and that is gonna save the report. And yeah, if you now go to reports and see, you can actually find in the recent, it is the report name is the web leads, it is in the private folder. And if you see here, you have all the folders here, and if you want to create a new folder, you can just go and create a new folder that we'll see in some other class or video. I'm sorry, I'm used to stating classes. So once we have done that, now we'll just check the challenge to see if it works, and we gain 500 points. So if you have not renamed the report properly, then your challenge might fail. Now we did rename it properly, and we got the 500 points. That's it for this video. In the next video, we will look into the next title and the chapter that we are going to cover. Thank you guys. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button. Also share it with your friends so that they can also learn something with you and make this as their career. Thank you.